I want to share with you my model for leaders creating a team culture of learning. There's 3 circles if you can picture a Venn diagram. So in the one circle we have learning mindset, and this includes things like, as a leader, how curious am I? Am I willing to go off and explore new things or new ideas? It also includes courage. So sometimes going and finding out about something new involves a little bit of risk. If I'm going to learn something new or try something new, it's not always going to be successful. So with that risk, I need to have courage to maybe fail and then learn from that failure. It also includes commitment. What's my commitment to learning on an ongoing basis? So that's one circle, learning mindset. The other circle over here is called team culture. And that's really looking at how do I take my learning mindset and apply it to my team environment. And that includes 3 things as well. So first and foremost, there's a shift in me as a leader recognizing that I have a role in coaching and developing my employees. In creating a team culture, I have a role as well. And so I need to really step up and commit to what my role is as a leader in developing my employees. I don't own it, my employee owns it, but I have a significant role in helping them. The other thing that's involved in that team culture circle is caring. And as a leader, I need to really care about my employees as people, as human beings. So they're not just people that come to work today and check in and out and get tasks done, but getting to know them as individuals and understanding what motivates them, what they're concerned about, where they want to develop as individuals and in their career. Emotional intelligence really comes into play here with this team culture of learning. The third area is, as a leader, how can I be more coach-like? So instead of being someone where an employee comes to me and says, we have this problem, and then I jump in and I fix it and I do it, instead, what I'm doing is asking them questions, and in doing so, creating space for them to experience, to be courageous and take risks with this the learning mindset, but to learn on their own and discover their own solutions, which may involve courage and failure, but I need to create space for them because that's really where the learning happens. So 3 areas within team culture. The third circle in the Venn, which is down here, is organization support. And that really recognizes that when leaders are busy with learning mindset and team culture, they're not doing that in a vacuum. You work in an organization, you're swimming in your pool of your organization's culture, and what is the organization doing to help you with both of those? Or even what are they doing that's maybe hindering your ability to have a learning mindset and develop a team culture? So that includes things like, is the organization really clear about what their expectations are of you as a leader? Is it really clear that you developing your employees is something that you should be doing? And as importantly, are they saying, yes, you should, but then the culture is saying something else? So what's the alignment or the congruency between what's officially said and what actually happens? So clarity is a really big part of how the organization needs to support you in doing this. The second piece is making sure that you're connected to all the resources. So if it's a smaller organization, the resources might consist of a policy. Here's our professional development allowance for employees, or here's the policy on how you coach and develop and lead your team. If you're a larger organization, you might have more robust things available. You might have more formal onboarding for new employees, or employee development programs, or even leadership development programs for yourself. Whatever that is, whether it's programs or resources or checklists, policies, things like that, you need to be able to know that they exist and be able to find them. I've worked with a municipality for years and they have lots of great resources, but nobody can find them. They're all buried in emails and their folder structure, so it ends up not being helpful. So A, they need to exist, and B, you need to know how to access them as a leader. The third thing with organization support is celebrated. So when leaders do take the time, and we're all busy, and leaders especially, when leaders do take the time to really focus on their learning mindset and their team culture, does the organization recognize that effort? Do they celebrate the steps that they've taken? Are they celebrating the progress that leader's making in creating that team culture of learning? Lots of leaders are motivated on their own to coach and develop their employees, and that's wonderful. Some leaders aren't, and they need that external support. But even those who are internally motivated and kind of naturally do it on their own anyways, if they're in that organization pool culture that isn't recognizing and celebrating that, their efforts and their motivation is going to start to wane as well. So it's really important that the organization supports and recognizes the efforts that leaders are taking. So I hope that model resonates with you, and I look forward to hearing which are the areas that you feel like you need to develop as a leader, or maybe your organization needs to shift in order to support your leaders in creating a team culture of learning.